We're going to have incredibly solid gameplay. Yeah, here is the Fad with the red dot. As Clayster is going to be pushing around this left side. Looks like he's going to set up top white.
Yeah, well, this is already a good start here for them. And Nadeshot actually, oh, never mind. Nadeshot was circling around. Let's go ahead and jump over to him. He's going to find one with a Vector as he makes his way bottom fire, but instead he's actually going to rely on his teammates to just communicate with him. But it seems like Curse Black is going to be hit to that one as they continue to put that pressure on him. And they, no, they lose 4 already.
All 3 go
as
down.
Nadeshot, yeah, all 4 go down already. As you can see, Curse is already getting that control there. Now let's go ahead and jump over to Nadeshot as he's going to be finding his way over to one, and he can't. Oh no, that's 4 down again.
Enable with the 3-piece. Burns picks up 1. That is 4 down. Yeah, that's the second time here they've been trying to like kind of 3-hop B and just got wiped off the map. So good start from Curse Black with regards to defense. They are going to have that CB set up now and able to take a work a little bit of a lead here. We'll see what the members of OpTic can do, whether they're going to try and push B or maybe wrap around and push that home cap.
Well, a very smart play here out of Nadeshot to pretty much just man the crates and just make sure that no one's going to be like lingering around him. Yeah,
he didn't see him.
No, he did not. But you know what, though? Needless to say, still actually absolutely brilliant read on Nadeshot. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them because he just didn't see him. One player is going to be hanging out over by red there. Shots going through. He knows he has to bail from that fight because of the range just not working in his favor, despite him having that muzzle break. It seems like Nadeshot's just going to continue to play this one slow and, wait for him to strike against Curse Black, but he gets taken out as he wanted to get eyes over by white.
And Proof in a tough battle there. He's on the lower ground here as he doesn't getting cleaned up by Burns. Burns actually gets 2 kills on Proof and Scump, but Nate and Clayster will answer back to me. 2 down here for each side. B still in control here by this Curse Black team.
I got to go to Enable when he comes off the respawn.
Yeah, he's crushing right now.
He's 8-3. Me and Gandhi actually just spoke before this game started, and I was like, we were talking about the matchup, and he was like, Curse Black is good. Like, if Enable shows up, Curse Black can win. And I'm just like, OpTic Gaming, I'm looking at the players on this team, and like, they're so good. Proofy, Clayster, Scump, Nadeshot, like, great players. But, it's like another factor as well is just Mochilla, too. Like, he's going to be another X factor in this team. You're going to have 2 down right now as Moch is just going to continue to play aggressive and hopefully find a couple more players for Curse to be able to pick off.
Yeah, OpTic seems to be in this bracket recently, just kind of going through the Halo pros. We had Formal last round.
Yeah.
With FaZe Black, that knocked them into the losers bracket. Now they're going up against Enable, which are probably, I guess, the 2 biggest names to kind of transfer over here. But as you're on board with Chili, he is one of the more solid ARs. We had that UGC land a couple months back, and he was just ripping face. As that ends up being 3 down here for OpTic as they 2-cap this A flag. They are now going to have the outside control. They do have 1 member on B, but that does go down. So they're going to have this split for now.
Now, this is really going to be dependent on whether or not Curse Black can win this battle because you can see there they are going to be losing C. Now, if they can get these kills here, then they can actually push up and get B control. Mochilla, though, can't quite do it as we switch over to Enable. He finds one, managing to pick him off. Another one in the center, perhaps. B is going to be right for the picking. It will be neutral. Enable wrapping around, and he is just on fire. The hot hand for Enable, 11-6 here. 56-43. Enable playing this one intelligently, and just look at that.
Oh, did he see him? Yes, he did.
He
nice
did
play by him there.
Oh,
if he could have picked up the 2-piece, that would have been huge, but the Scumper jump up picks him up. Nadeshot also gets 1. Going to be 2 down for Curse Black, 2 down here for the members of OpTic Gaming. We're winding down under 90 seconds to go. Right now it is what? We have a 18-point lead here currently for the members of Curse Black.
Yeah, and just Moch getting those 2 kills there in the middle really helped him out, but look at what OpTic Gaming is doing. This is, again, just a really crafty play out of them as they actually flank around, utilizing that underground to the fullest of its potential there. You do have to worry about that one player creeping around, and Enable almost got a 3-piece. As we switch over to Burns, now he has to go and make something happen here by A as they end up losing that positioning there, and that could be a good cap for OpTic. Burns needs to win this gun battle. He's going to find him, and that's going to be a solid win for him, but they are going to be losing control of it. Let's switch over to OpTic.
Yeah, he will be able to get A. There was no one near him for that, so we're going to have this battle for B as each are going to have their home cap again here as we get under 40 seconds. Still a pretty solid lead here for Curse Black. They've looked good off the break. OpTic's got to get it rolling here. As you can see, Clayster and Troopy struggling here out the gate at 4-11 and 7-11. I really expect them to get this turned out. Enable here, though, picking up another 2-piece.
Oh, and nice play there out of Scump as they're able to take 3 down now, and Scumpy's going to move in, but he gets cleaned up because he was pretty much just full red at that point, so it was maybe not really possible for him to be able to win that one. You could throw a bullet at him and he'd die. But Scump 13-11 though, trying to get something going sling-wise here. Hopefully Clayster can step it up for OpTic as well. Scump finding 2. That's going to be another double kill. And look at what Scump is doing, pretty much just pushing as you would expect to. But bear in mind, it's not enough because
15-point lead here for Curse Black, and Nabel going huge, 17-11. Burns for Curse Black, really the cap guy there. He was able to get 4 caps. And really,
that's what you expect out of Burns too, by the way. He's that kind of guy. He's that objective dude. He's going to make that happen.
Oh no, absolutely. He is certainly that guy for that team. But I expect again, it's early. It's basically 10 a.m. This is the first round of the day. OpTic's just kind of getting warmed up here. They had a little time. Hopped into some free-for-alls, but I expect it to change a little bit as the game goes on, but it certainly seemed, at least just from a shot perspective. You saw some shaky shots, a little bit out of proof one time. Nade shot a little all over the place, and that's just, I think, early morning. But they should get that ironed out.
I mean, even then, Tipsy wasn't, playing all that hot either. And it took a little while. It took the midpoint of that first round for Moach to really
Moach started
his grind going.
Nabel seemed to be the only one, at least in that first side, that was really shooting well out the break and ended up being a 17-11.
And Nabel was the reason why they were able to hold on to a lead for a good amount of time. He was getting double kills like it was nobody's business and just continuing to play aggressive on OpTic. That was a huge success. And I mean, just taking advantage of the fact that, he noticed Clay was probably playing bad, so he was able to just force those gunfights because he, in those instances, you find that one player and you're like, okay, that they're going to be charging after B aggressively. This is going to be my chance, and he's forcing it. Thus, OpTic couldn't respond.
Well, it just seemed like OpTic never had a long time where they kind of got to home cap and B and were able to be annoying. Once Scump, if they have that control and Scump can kind of get back and the other team around the other team's spawn, just get in the buildings and just be annoying with his aggressive sub play. They just never really got in that position. It's First Black that really had obviously the most 2-cap time, and anytime OpTic got, it just seems like they never really were in a position to hold it very long.
And they were playing, by the way, from the A side too. So that was another thing. Curse was holding down the A side with B, and they managed to just get control of that the entire time. So that's why they were able to thrive on that one. But all right, here we go. Round number 2 here in this domination matchup. Plus 15 lead. You can see it at the top of your screen for Curse Black.
And we are on board with Tipsy here. He's going to push straight through. He's I wasn't sure if he was going to try neutral C or pull a flank. It looks like he is trying to pull a flank, but unfortunately for him, there is no one that he's going to be able to get eyes on. So it looks like he's going to put pressure on B.
Yeah, and a smart play there, of course, knowing that they are going to be pushing up right through that center, but he's going to have his teammate Burns off there for the coverage. Now he just needs to stay alive for a couple more seconds, and he can't quite do it as he was right there. He needed a teammate to hop on that flag with him.
God, there was like a centimeter left in that. You're right. He needed a teammate for like half a second to finish that up, as we see Nabel able to take out Nade shot here, setting up outside of red. This is a good position for him as they are obviously spawning C, so he'll be able to get shots from anyone coming at him, but somebody sniffed him out. Nabel lit up there by Scump, it looks like.
Yeah, and again, just this is that pressure that you were talking about, right? That you wanted to see. Neither team really was able to get that, and it seems like they're doing a pretty good job. Curse is just getting in their face. On the other hand, though, Mochila, he's doing a brilliant job of just making sure that no one's going to be pushing their crates, manning this one with the AR. And when Moch finds you in his sights with an AR, and he has that upper hand, he will win that gunfight.
Yeah, he is one of the steadiest shots.
You're not going to turn on Moch.
No, he is one of the steadiest shots with an AR, that's for sure. But still a tie game here. No one's really been able to get control of B. Burns, big kill there on Clay. We see Scump able to take out a Nabel, and here we are. Curse Black does have this AB control again, which they did really well with last round.
Yep, I have to say, looking at this roster, I remember when, Ben told me what this roster was going to be for Curse Black, I was like, you know what, I like Mochila and I like Tipsy on the same team together. And Nabel, and Burns is always just that glue that I've always enjoyed watching him play from the Death Wish days back in MW3. But, it was like, Nabel was kind of like that risky player there for the team.
Well, so far it seems to pan out.
He's been showing up.
Let's switch over to a member of OpTic here just as we see them try. I was 4 down there for Curse Black. I just want to see them try to break this as B. As it looks like they're trying to 3-hop this, so they're going to get that so fast. Great play out of OpTic, staying on board with Scumpy here.
Putting players on the flag instead of just one.
Yeah. But if you watched, who was a Tipsy tried for an hour to get B. But Scump, he was trying to get in the exact position I was talking about, get back in those buildings on their side there, and just be irritating with his sub play. But he is taken out rather quickly. It is a 4-point lead right now for Curse Black, combined with what was a 15 on the first side. We've got an uphill battle here for OpTic.
Yep, and Scump is shots a little bit all over the place over to the left there, but he ends up getting the assist on that one. Proofy with a double. Pressure coming from the bottom there. Burns picking up a double instead, but Clay was going to be there for the response, busting out that AR one more time. 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the Black Tide game. 41-41. 15 points there for Curse Black, so they are technically in the lead. Curse Black needs a strike right now in order to get control of B, but Clayster is going to make sure that that is not going to happen with this AR. He's pushing up.
Oh my. Hey, it's early. They're excited, but under 2 minutes here, and they do have a 2 cap right now. OpTic, they can hold this for, they obviously hold the rest of the game. They've got this in the bag, but this is the longest stretch I think I've really seen of OpTic having control of B now. They're able to get a little bit of a setup going, and this might be bad news for Curse Black fans as they are they're spread up across the board here, but there's one on the flank. Who is that? Enable is trying to come behind. He actually is in red, and he might be a thorn in the side of these players here on OpTic.
Yeah, well, there is going to be a one down. They need at least one more player to go down here, and then they might be able to make this cap happen, but Burns off the respawn here should hopefully help his teammates out to try and win the battle over by A, but it seems like OpTic's going to be all over them, and a smart play here out of Curse, but not enough there as they are already on the way to getting this trip cap, and it seems like OpTic Gaming will be able to neutralize A, so that's going to be great for them as they are now getting hype and energetic.
This is absolutely huge. It's a tie game right now as they take a 15-point lead. What a great play by Nadeshot there. He was kind of bait and see, able to take out Enable as he threw it in that trophy. Big kill, double two-piece for Scump. Nadeshot. Clay also going to kill. All dead here for Curse Black, and the comeback is real.
And Tipsy is just struggling there. Look at that, 2 and 10. I mean, need I say more? That is just something you got to point out. But Mochilla, he's going to bust out that SMG now and try and see if he can make some plays happen, which makes a lot of sense because they're going to need the speed for the next couple of seconds. But unfortunately, they're down by how much at this time?
That's it. I think it was 20, 30 now. Just hit 30. Yep. So they're up 15. This is game over. OpTic with one of the better comebacks we've seen. It was 15 first half. We kind of talk about 20 being that make or break sometimes, but hey, 15, that's no slouch. OpTic really turned it up there, and they turned it up in the last 2 minutes.
That's right. Scumpy was a big factor in that as well. He went 15 and 8 with 2 caps, and just overall, just them getting loud and vocal. That was something that they desperately needed. And Tipsy's really disappointed with that performance there for his team, and he wants to answer back and search and destroy.
OpTic is fired up. You saw Scump on his feet, Clay on his feet. They are ready to go, and that's a bit of what I expected. I didn't expect it to be that big of a swing in the game too, but they were uncharacteristically just kind of missing shots, playing a little slow out the game. Yeah. Again, that happens a lot of times for many teams the first game of the day, but God, did they look strong at the end. Those last 2 minutes, man, they had them on lock. They had 2 of the neutral at one point. Just they weren't getting any points for Curse Black. So fantastic play out of OpTic.
Great plays out of them, and now they're going to secure that first game win. Match 1 going to OpTic Gaming. Now Search and Destroy coming up next here. Will we see a big performance out of Tipsy like we saw in that matchup against Envy? He went 2 and 12 in the second half of this domination game. He was struggling quite a bit. He knows that he needs to step it up here, Maven.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Well, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, OpTic Gaming versus Curse Black game 2. Search and Destroy. Don't go anywhere.